to be back. You said you were a nice guy, all proper and polite, but then you made your move on me in the middle of the night. You caught me by surprise with your sudden advance. Didn't expect you to take such a naughty stance. For you came in my ass without any warning, slipped in my back door first thing in the morning. You came in my ass, gave me such a fright. You know you roll that way, but you hit that shit just right. Oh, you came in my ass without any warning, slipped in my back door first thing in the morning. You came in my ass, gave me such a fright. You know you roll that way, but you hit that shit just right.
Welcome back. Hey, we're sort of dressed almost identical. What are we looking at today? We're looking at Peach Mango Blonde from Lift Bridge Brewing Company. I can't even imagine where they're out of. Actually, I was being sarcastic, but I know they're not. From the Duluth area. They're Stillwater, Stillwater, Minnesota. Saturday, just trying to get through these weekends so I can get back to work, because there's nothing in life I want to do more than work. 4.7%, by the way. I also have a package in. Christine said she was gonna get me something that I wanted as an early birthday present. So I think I know what it is. It smells like peach. Cheers. Who cares if it's 29 degrees in Superior? Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in Duluth is 29 degrees.
What's the weather like?
Currently in Duluth it's 29 degrees and cloudy. Today, there'll be scattered snow showers, with a forecasted high of 30 and a low of 15.
Is it windy?
In Duluth the wind is currently coming from the northwest at 23 miles per hour.
Sweet. Let's see, J-Dog was first. I don't even... Let's see. What could the carry possibly be? Oh, that's the... Oh, she did. Holy shit. Artist and cutlery. I wonder what this could be. Oh, needed a knife again. I'm going to use Sharky's bottle opener. Actually, what you're about to see is going to look a lot like this in colors. What? Wow. I didn't even know they even had this. This is the Artisan Cutlery's Provoke. Look at that. Looks like something a fucking Klingon would carry. I didn't even realize that they... Oh, she is... So you got double thumb studs. Sharp as hell. Hey, how would you... May not be a fighting knife, but I would not want to get stabbed by it. Big old pocket clip. And even though it kind of looks like a big knife, it like nice low riding. I have never seen this system either. Well, that would make a blade lock out of it. I wonder if they even planned that. If you pass it, they had to have. There's no threads on this side. So if you put the thing through and go this way, it turns into a blade lock and a lanyard. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. Otherwise, you can put it on this side. And you have a lanyard like that. Or I see another one here at the... No? Yeah? That's weird. It looks like it's threaded at the back, but it doesn't actually go in that back screw. That is just so that if you want to reverse the pocket clip. So if you want to... I don't know, I guess I'd have to use it like that. I've never had one that had a... How would that work? Oh, look, Sharky. As most of them, the velvet bag. Put this back in my pocket. This thing's wicked. So. New EDC. Brass pivot washers. Not that it necessarily needs it, but do I have any down here? I usually always hit it with some of the... Oh, that's where that went. It's amazing what you can find when you look. I have a bottle of it down here somewhere, but otherwise I have some up on my upstairs table. I'll have to... I think it's wicked. Love this color. Okay, Sharky, what'd you do with my oil? And then the next thing is, Do you have to use the special knife oil, or do you think any oil will work? Asking for a friend. Meanwhile, what the hell just happened there? Meanwhile, you're breaking shit. Oh, that's where that went. Oh, that's where that went. Which one is this? Anti-fog for lenses. That's where that went. You know what I need down here? I need more shit right here. I should create some kind of a shelf where I can protect lubricant cleaner. Breakthrough. I know I had another one of those things down here somewhere. What the hell? What the hell is this? Sample size. More scope. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry. The hell's back? Oh. Huh. Huh. That's where that went. Oh. Look at that. I didn't realize. I thought I was just looking for a single bottle of it. This is like a whole kit. Little. Oh, a rag. Oh, this is what Matt uses those to clean out the end of his pee-pee hole. What is this? Why is there a sample of thread locker inside of my knife pivot oil? Better hang on to this though, man. If it flies out of your hands and take out all of the whiskey bottles. I don't know. Personal thoughts. I know some people would be going, "That just looks like way too much knife is a carry." But you know what? Overkill, after all, is a theme I like to live by. Well, thank you, Christine. That is a sweet ass early birthday present. It's actually in April. My birthday's on a Friday this year. Better not put that over the top of it. I'm not gonna. I think I should put that in this drawer, which is in the middle of still trying to clean it out. you're interested in getting this, this is the, well, it's not Provoke. The Provoke is the CRKT, my bad. Proponent, the 1820P GYF. Just put it on our ass and it'll focus just fine. Whew. I've only ever seen it in all black, and that is much cooler because the other one's is black G10 and black Blade. And but if you let's just say, for instance, I'm just helping you out. Let's just say, for an instance, you go to Amazon and you look up the Artisan Cutlery Proponent, and you go, I want to get that. Make sure that if this is the one that you want, that you make sure, I think it says normal size or whatever, because they do make a smaller version of this. And I didn't want the smaller version. I wanted the bigger version. But the funny thing is I don't know, and I never even I mean, I watched the video, but I didn't like click on the person to see more. This has been popping up in TikTok videos, and then it started popping up in Facebook videos. They probably have the camera so they can watch, and it's like, ooh, he's watching that video for more than 5 seconds before he moves on. It's like, oh. I could tell from his eyeballs that he was starting to get some wood, so he must like it. We should send him all the ads that we can get. So, like I said, J-Dog was first. Sub-comment, Bad says, indeed. And then he says, greetings, JD. Second first was Smile Money. And then he says, no, second congrats, J-Dog. And Cobra says, what? And Bad says, greetings, Smile Money. Rich says, cheers all. I think Rich owns the third podium spot. Bad says, cheers, Rich. Cheapo Gun Guy. Life, the way it really is a battle not between good and bad, but between bad and worse. Mega. Bad says, cheers, cheap old gun guy, and I'll double down on that mega. She's doubling down too. Salty says, hop, skip, and naked. Mr. 27, 'twas the night before naked. Salty says, and all through the house not a creature was naked yet. Bad says, cheers, Salty. And Salty says, cheers and nakedness, and 2 shots. He doesn't get his stuff pulled. Mike says, cheers. Cheers, Mike. And then Mike says, cheers, boys. Cheers, boys. And then Mike says, you was going to send me one of those grappling hook deals. Yeah, it's in the box. At least it's supposed to be in the box. Let's double check the box. I gotta wait till I can afford to get this out to you. Let's see, 1, 2. Three, 4, 5, 6. 6 of these. This. And where did the grappling hook go? I know I got another one around here, Mike. Oh, don't worry. Actually, I think there's like 3 of them. Make sure one gets in the box. Eventually, I'll even make sure the box gets to you. Won't that be sweet? Yeah, where did I put the other one? I know where one of them is. No. How about a nice non-grappling hook? No. I'm over here. I'm still good. I'm alive. Everything's okay. Just settle down. It's good. It's good, okay? I'm still here. Maybe I can interest you in a nice spoon. Yeah, that's it. A nice spoon. No? Okay. Yeah, I don't know where it is right now. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. About that? Nope, that's not it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know where it is right now, Mike, but I know it's around here. Stormy! I've always liked the old-fashioned firearms myself, especially the ones with a good old-fashioned coach gun or double rifle with big external hammers. They just look awesome to me. Old Milsurp rifles are no different. I own 10 firearms, and my Finnish M93 Mosin Nagant is the only one I have yet to shoot at the range. I've read that only about 100,000 of them were produced. I think it might be more than that. Cobra says, old-fashioned G17 Gen 1. And Stormy says, not bad. I have a Gen 4 Glock 19, kind of standard issue, I know, but prefer my Beretta M9. And Miss 27 says, love them double barrel tools. Yeah. Stormy, so what if I take, sorry Sharky, what if I take the saw, cut that off right there, and then cut the barrels down to right there, and then can you imagine taking some gut shot from a 10 gauge? Cobra says G4. G4 is a miss. Mr. 27 says he's 13th. And then he says intro Star Trek Spock, Brew Bomy. Yummy. I don't know why. Maybe I was thinking about McLean and I just got a little horny. But I'd give her like an 11. She is nice and curvy. Matt Davis says Roadkill was the best. Yes, it is, and it pisses me off. I mean, oh, we're switching to Discovery Plus. No, you went somewhere to die. Because since Roadkill has been on Discovery Plus, I want to say there's been 3 or 4 new shows, and that's it. And then I saw him he has a TikTok channel also. I don't remember if it's Roadkill or if it's his personal one. And he said, just so everybody knows, Roadkill is dead. The Custom Garage or whatever is dead. You know, like all of the shows that this was like. I have my hand on her titty. This was my Saturday morning. I'd get up and I'd pour myself a cup of coffee and I'd go watch my car shows. So, yeah, I think at this point in time, I really don't have a reason to have Discovery Plus. I can handle watching the commercials versus. It's like I just realized. That's why I came to the conclusion that I was willing to get rid of one thing to pay for the other thing, because I couldn't tell you. Well, I know the last thing I watched. I watched a Roadkill episode. Look what I picked up today. And the refrigerator is already smelling like shit. And it's only in one, but it's a fully closed Ziploc bag. Fighting. Limburg fact codes, best if used by date. 4 to 6 month code date left. Cheese is film, crumbly center, acidic flavors. Who would know? 2 to 1.5 months code date left. Cheese is soft to the center. 3. 2 and 1.5 months code date left. Cheese is very soft, pliable body, very strong, pungent flavor. Die-hard true Limburg lovers. Well, they just got this in, and it has a best if used by the 26th of this month. So I don't know if there's like some other secret code that I don't see any other. But this was the stuff that was what, like $25 on Amazon. It's the Country Castle. Okay, fine. I'm gonna. I wasn't gonna have any. I was gonna fight the urge. Be good. I think it was Wade. Wade, wasn't it you? Oh yeah. I mean, what's the first thing you see? Maybe they bought out some other place. Probably had it all shipped from some other Super One that couldn't sell it, and it's been sitting there for years. got some ass all over the knife. Should see if I can find that. But definitely, you always gotta put the garbage in a Ziploc baggie so you don't like freak anybody else that comes down here. Why in the hell does it smell like ass? I don't know. Matt Davis says E4. E4 has been called and it is a hit. Wade, I like green lasers on my shotguns. Flashlights too. I got an unused green laser right now. Oh, here, smell that. Okay, how do you...
How am I supposed to even open this? Oh no.
things.
It's all over my hands. What the heck? How am I supposed to open it? Oh, there it is. I think I'm ruining it. No. There's no way. There's no way. Another requested video. Limburger cheese. Oh my god.
Wade, I stopped doing YouTube because I saw where they were heading. Why do anything that possibly advantages their idiocy? I don't know, Wade. What? Sharky says, cheers all, rather clean bench. Shot that, here we go. Then he says, Hotel 4, making sure. H4 is a miss. That's funny. She couldn't even get the package open. Thanks, Grandpa. You're not going to give him that stinky cheese. Oh, yeah, he did. Smart money. AI-produced content may need to be required to be labeled as such to appear in public. How many people are even confused by satirical news reports, even on Onion, when it is absolutely obvious it is satire? I also believe you should have freedom of speech, but not necessarily anonymously. And the freedom of speech should also not be freedom of consequences. You should not be allowed to harm other free people with intentional misinformation and slander. So no, you shouldn't be allowed to say anything you want to. No, that's pretty much stuff that's already been, solidified in court, like screaming fire in the theater. Sharky, SH, one of the best pictures of you ever. Smart money with the read more button. Locked and Loaded is certainly worth the listen. Jeremy's a good addition. He keeps the topic in focus and is good at keeping the chat room included in the show. He also gets Joey to provide more than just comic relief. I even saw Johnny Watson smile a couple times. You also are better because you can talk about things of interest rather than just fookery and potty humor. It's also fine not to have everyone in 100% agreement. My generation developed during a period that required you to question and challenge authority. Since Doge has learned that there are millions of people over 100 years old, can reach the new demographics, laugh out loud. Yeah, there was even people on that list that were over 300 that were still collecting. How's that even possible? Social Security doesn't go back 300 years. Yeah, that'd be like 200 when they started collecting Social Security. Spent money. My grandfather's deer rifle was a 30-40 Craig, which had the barrel shortened a bit. It started making them for the military in 1890. It got the job done, and with iron sights. I do not know where that rifle ended up. I think Johnny Watson has a 30-40 Craig. I'm not sure what it is that I really, really like about her. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see this in tomorrow's lineup from Sharky. EMT says C4 boom, not Koger's boom, but boom, toot toot. C4. Did I get a shot that was called that got pulled? C4 is a miss. Somebody's comment had to get pulled. Bad says, greetings, Captain. Bad. And he says, my walking around gun today is a SIG 365X macro. My walking around gun is upstairs, and otherwise it's the, I know, it's going to sound weird, but it's the HK VP9 Tactical. What are the odds that I'd have that on me? You know what's fun about this is you can pull both the triggers at the same time. Can't believe it's already been 43 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. What the heck is this for? Psych. I have to get a power supply for a satellite. I believe it's 9 volt. No, I can't tell what it says. I've powered it on with the power supply to that, but it didn't come with a power supply. I'm gonna do what you should do. Instead of throwing older computers away, you try to doll them up a little bit with more RAM, solid state drive, and put Linux on it. My tablet, my Microsoft Surface, has been flawless since NIHAP got Linux on it. And then he did send me the link, and I made an image, put it on a thumb drive of Linux, their attempt at tablet software, so that you can actually have the on-screen keyboard instead of having to have the physical keyboard. But there wasn't really much I liked about it. The keyboard always, even when it was running Windows 8, I think that's what it had on it. The keyboard still took up 2/3 of the screen when it popped up. So I mean, if all you have is the tablet, you have to do everything on screen. That's one thing. I don't. I have a physical keyboard, so it folds. And yeah, so I had it on a thumb drive, and I set it up so that I could boot from the thumb drive and try it. So anything that you did, as soon as you shut it down, you lost, because it was booting from and running from the thumb drive. So it's kind of funny. Well, I guess in a way that is a solid state drive, and of course the Surface is a solid state drive anyway. But yeah, this is 250 gig hard drive, and it has one stick. It can take 2 sticks of, right now it has 8 gigs of RAM. And I have some RAM that was sent for another project, but that's like DDR, and this is something too. So this is like older, so I couldn't, even if I wanted to, I couldn't use it because it has a bigger slot, a gap, and then a even bigger slot. And this one has a smaller, the gap, and then the bigger, so you couldn't even physically even fuck it up by even trying to get that to fit in there. Oh, and since I'm a lot of comments, until we go to the club, I really like the perkiness of those. Smile Money, yes, you're absolutely right. Right at this moment in time, I am not hating switching to doing Rumble Live at all. Again, if I have any time, if I were to have someone come on and they wanted to be on the show but they didn't want to be seen, you don't have to have your camera on. I personally don't care. It's not like, first time anyone's seen me, and then I'm under the category that if you don't like anything, go your own way. But no, I like doing the show, and and Joey or Johnny, don't take this the wrong way. They've been with me and doing the show for a long damn time. Johnny's like technical. You need something to look. Johnny does interact, but I like Johnny being there. And again, like I tell them all, it's a Friday night. If you want to go do stuff. If you just don't want to be on the show. I mean, Joey was gone for a long time, but he was working, so I'm sure he likes being on the show a lot. Well, of course, there's money, but working nights and shit. But I tell them guys, you don't have to. I mean, I don't know. You tell me if you think that I could talk for 2 hours without having much help. But I will say, and I will agree with you 100%, Smile Money, I like Jeremy because me and Jeremy feel a lot about the same thing, but not it's kind of like we agree on almost everything, but Jeremy comes at it from the that door, and I come at it from this door, and it just makes for good conversation. And that, and trying to keep up better with the chat. Last night, you know what I need to do is I need to fire up the tablet so I can have it literally sitting like in front of me. And I know, Spy Money, I don't mean this as an excuse, but sometimes it's the little things. In order to have the microphone in the right spot, the microphone blocks the whole monitor. The boys are all on this monitor, and the camera's right there. But this monitor, I had the chat room even expanded as much as possible. And so, I don't know, if you're watching the show, I'm constant like leaning around the microphone, so I really don't see if a new comment has come in right away. I need to change that. I need to figure out a way to. I used to run 3 monitors, actually. This, which is a Vizio 24-inch TV, I'm using it now as a monitor because my old 24-inch monitor was like, as bright as it would go, isn't nearly as nice and as vivid as this is. So I have this down here. This used to be upstairs as a TV, and I plugged it in and was using it as a monitor. And I don't remember who it was that told me your conflict or your speed or your issues with your video software is your video card is getting slowed down because it's running 3 monitors. And the sad thing is when the computer, of course, anybody can say this. At the time that my system was built, my video card, my NVIDIA X10 was like the shit to have. I mean, my buddy Dan, who built the computer, he was ecstatic when he got to build that system because at the time, everything that's in it, the motherboard, the video card, everything that he put in it was like I literally gave him a blank check and just said, I want you to build me a beast. But it's getting seriously, it's just not doing video like it used to. It's still a lot faster than this. The upstairs system will render the exact same video twice as fast as this. And this thing's pretty beasty. I mean, you press the power button and it's like 8 to 10 seconds. And I mean, of course, then again, Dan reworked this for me too. He took the 1 terabit drive that a spinny old style drive, and then he put the SSD as the main drive. But of course, at the time, I think the SSD upstairs is a 500 gig, and this one I think is a 500 gig. And to go beyond that was like, well, actually, when he did the upstairs one, there was nothing bigger than the 500. And this one, I think they had a 1 terabit, but it went from something expensive to something ridiculous. So that one, I don't really need much storage on this. I mean, after all, the biggest file on this computer is the coming up on 10,000 girls in the slideshow rotation. Should be no reason we see the same one twice in one outing. But, yeah, so I figured something like that would work great as my chat room computer, which, now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably what I'll use it for, because it'll be real easy to stick that on the desk in a really visible spot and be able to see it. So, but yeah, I do enjoy the dynamics of doing the shows with Jeremy, and I just told him, I said, moving forward, I'm not even going to ask you. He's part of our chat room, our text group, and because I usually say, okay, the links are out, and I don't even know if on Rumble it's probably a different link every single week, where Restream was the same link. But yeah, I just told Jeremy, I said, I'm going to send you a link every single Friday, just like with Joey and Johnny, and technically now John, like, he will not be on Christine's show tonight because he was on a plane early this morning to go spend, I don't know how long he's going to be gone, but go spend time down with Amanda. So, John and Amanda, I hope you have a good time. I realized there was some leaks or something, and something about some holes that needed to get plugged. So I hope that all goes well. And so Christine is on her own tonight, but I'm gonna join her. And she's I tell you what, due to the amount of after views, I have more people that come and hang out in the chat room than she does. And I have like a few more people that are there live. Like last night, it's like 15. You know, it's funny because our last show doing something on Spreaker, there's like over 1,000 live listeners. But again, like Smile Money has pointed out, when you take India off of the plate, the numbers do shrink a little bit. But still, I mean, it was. Still, I think it was India still had less than the rest of the combined world. So, but it may or may not ever take off. But yeah, she's been kicking my ass on the views of the show after it's gone from live to just to viewable. And the fact that she's getting a decent presence after the fact, she's been happy, and she doesn't feel beat down by it. That people are actually, and it's like I try to tell her, it's like, hey, I think she has more views on 2 weeks ago on her Rumble Live show than I have ever had on any video for Ebomi over there. But I'm going to try to get better on Rumble at least everything I do on the Ebomi channel gets duplicated. The last couple of brewery reviews I put up on B&E again. I think as long as there's YouTube first, Rumble will never truly grow for me, but I really like what the guys, the conservative political guys are doing over on Rumble, basically telling WokeTube, go F yourself. You want to, I mean, just like I said yesterday, just think that someone like Dan Bongino had his YouTube account closed. I can tell you, Dan Bongino was not spreading disinformation or misinformation. He was simply telling people the truth. And it was at a time where the Biden administration was busy telling YouTube what you had to do, how you had to control the narrative, how you had to squelch the freedom of speech and control everything that people were hearing. That's bullshit. That's communist China. YouTube is running the book of communism. So I'm just going to keep saying this. It's B&E Brewery Reviews on Rumble. I should put the link permanently back down below. If anything ever happens to me on this account, you know that I will go to the other YouTube Captain Dick Nozzle account as a backup. But if anything ever happens on YouTube, I'm not ready to give up doing this quite yet. Even if I am reviewing a glass of water, I do not want to lose the time that I have where I'm interacting with people that have become my friends and family over the years. And hopefully, doing the Rumble Live, we can grow that base a little bit. I mean, you think all those people I just mentioned, Steven Crowder, Dan Bongino, of course, some people just, some especially celebrities, when they go, oh, I'm going to start a podcast. Well, they start off their very first episode, well, like Michael Obama, her brother has a podcast, and his first show, she was on it to help start it off, and they had I think it was 43 or 47,000 listeners of the very first episode. I think personally that was terrible, but in comparison, Dan Bongino, he has over a million listeners to one of his episodes. And then to have someone like WokeTube here saying, "Oh, you broke community guidelines. We're gonna squelch your speech and just delete your account." Well, I want to say thank you to YouTube because of the way they are treating creators. When someone said, "If you're not happy with YouTube, go create your own YouTube." Ta-da! Rumble, and it's slowly getting better. And I don't know what happened to David. He just called me just before I went live and said, he tried to get into the chat room, and he was told that in order to be in the chat room, you have to pay $5 a month. And I'm just like, I was broadcasting live, and I didn't pay anything. Your requirements are that you had to have more than 100 subscribers, which, guys, if you're not subscribed to the B&E Brewery Reviews on Rumble, we are something, I think it's 89 or 90 subscribers over there. And if we push it to 100, I could actually do a live brewery review from Rumble. Set up the internet camera like I did when I was with William. I literally can take this guy here and mount it right. I said mount McLean. Mount it to probably right to the bottom of this camera and run it to the computer and do a B&E live once a week. Once a week, or I don't know, make the Saturday one or something a live review. But yeah, I'm close. You have to have 100 or more. Let's see, B&E Brewery Reviews. I think it's under dashboard. Oh, I need 19 more people. I have 81. Ooh, B&E Brewery Reviews has made. I have 7 cents. I have 7 cents in my account over there because they just automatically monetize your shit. So. Yeah, if 19 of you are not subscribed to B&E, I'll try to remember to put that permanently in the description box. We can pump up those numbers, and then I could do some live stuff over there. Ooh, yeah. Tell you what, we'll have one of these for the Ed Club. So, what did I think of Peach Mango Blonde from Liftbridge? I mean, it's a blonde, so they're kind of all boring, but it did have a natural peach mango flavor. It's very drinkable. You know, maybe this was another one. You get her icy cold and it would be a good lawnmower beer. It's low on ABVs, meaning you won't fall down and hurt yourself with your electric Ego lawnmower. Overall, I would give it a 6. Okay, Smile Money says Mug Glove was off of YouTube more than it was on. Loved the show, and he was in court with them as well. People that do generate income and not going to abandon YouTube. I thought that Crowder set up a social network on Rumble so that the network being supported by subscribers. Other channels only receive ad revenue, and if everyone becomes a premium member, how will others receive revenue? Am I missing something? I was thinking it was something like a deal Howard Stern had with Sirius Radio back in the day. You know, I don't know, Smile Money, because Christine asked me the same question. No, there's no extra money to follow all of the special shows. They're all considered part of Rumble Premium. I was under the misunderstanding, because until I actually listened to what he said the other day, I thought it was like you spent $99 a year just to get Mug Club, just to get Crowder's after show, or when he, like I said, I thought it was a separate show, but it turns out that he does 2 hours, and somewhere about in the middle, you can't get it unless you're part of the premium crowd. But nope, if you sign up for the premium, which is $9.99 a month, and I'm not getting paid to tell you this, or $99 a year, you get the premium account, and that gives you the Mug Club with Louder with Crowder. It gives you all of the green room stuff with Timcast. Anybody that has that specialty stuff, it's all part of that. And that's even what Christine goes, wait a second, so we now have no commercials. Nope. You go to start a video and it just automatically starts playing. Other than Tim has sponsors and he talks about it. Dan Bongino always, most of these guys all have sponsors and they talk about it. But what I do like about Rumble, unlike YouTube, is Rumble has a little 15-second back or 15-second forward. So if you don't want to listen to the commercial, instead of trying to find out where it started and stopped, like on YouTube, I just grabbed the slider and I would watch, and then as soon as they were done talking about insurance or whatever it was, I would let go. But this one, I just keep going 15 seconds, because usually when they do a commercial, it's some kind of an even number, like they'll spend a minute talking about it. It's just like a regular TV commercial. So I just go 15, 15, 15, 15, 15, and let go, and then you're watching it. But no, because Christine's like, well, how are these people getting paid? Because there's no commercial now. So they were getting paid because they were running commercials. And I said, yeah, but I'm paying every single month. And that money combined, I think, along with everybody, must just mathematically all add up, so that it, in the long run, it's better than what the commercial people pay. Smile Money, I have no idea. I'm just here to tell you that once you paid for premium, there's nothing else to buy. And I can also tell you the one thing that two things changed for the Rumble Studio. As a creator doing live, there used to be a Rumble watermark or something. They automatically took that out. I'm sure with some kind of software, I was told we could put Locked and Loaded in there somewhere, but I don't know what that is, what software that would be. And when you get the free studio, the studio still looks exactly the same, but like last night, remember I said, when I hit the button, good night guys, because when I hit the button, we're all gone. It's just, poof, the show's done, the studio's done, I'm done. I slide away from the desk and I go grab my nightly meds and a glass of water and I head upstairs. So last night I was expecting the same thing. Jeremy kisses goodnight. Johnny, Joey kisses goodnight. You guys, I'll see you next Friday. Click the button and the thing said you are no longer live, and everybody was still in the studio, so we could have sat there and chatted as long as we wanted. So that alone is almost worth the price of admission. Granted, we could say, okay, I'll just meet you in Microsoft Meet or Microsoft Chat. We could have easily just started another chat room, or if someone wanted to go to bed, they just don't come. But now it's just like it was when we did Restream with Spreaker. As soon as the show's over, the show is just no longer live, but we're all still hanging out together. So I thought that was pretty cool. So Smile Money, I don't know where the other shoe drops, but I'm telling you, for $9.99 a month, to not watch the commercials alone, because I'm losing almost all of my ability. There is no reason for me to do anything other than political stuff on Rumble all day long, except for at 2 o'clock my time, I get 2 hours of Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. They just do a radio show. It is put into podcast in Spotify. Like I can go, I think it takes 24 hours. So if you want to listen to Thursday's show, you're not going to be able to hear it until like Saturday before it goes up. But no, I don't know how people are getting their money. I'm just here to tell you, for the price of buying the premium, there's no ads, and you get access to everybody's specialty stuff that was for premium members only. I too thought, no, I'm sure you gotta pay something to Crowder, you gotta pay something to Timcast, just kind of like the TV networks. You have to buy everybody's specialty stuff, but no, you just, as soon as you paid for premium, you get all of it, and the chat room's cooler too. Mr. 27 says, Brew Boomy Brew Club time already. It's 5:20 my time, my friend. I'm technically behind. I don't even know what I'm doing for dinner tonight. Nice boots. Those would look good crumpled up at the foot of my bed. Mike says, still watching. She's cute. And Rich with the last comment says, cheers, clubbers. Check the button. Mike says, I wish you the best of luck, Matt, on the job promotion / upgrade. Hopefully he gets it. Pressing the button again. Now going over to sweep the show.
The crew will not understand it. It's not logical that you are Serac.
It's not logical. It is illogical. Okay. Wow, Mr. 27, I'm just going to go check here fast. Yeah, you got screwed. I've never even seen this. You got screwed in the club. Pick your flavor, huh? I can see a few Brew Babes flavor I'd like to taste. And then he said, yummy brew babes with big natural brew jugs. Both of those got hidden in my studio. Smile Money, his comment for when Bad said he was walking around with his cig, Smile Money says, I do have a concealed carry permit that mainly to prevent some overzealous police officer finding some law to arrest me while carrying my gun to the range. So many places I go, you cannot carry. When I do carry, it's always a Glock 17. You and probably a million other people. Very popular model. You got two things, a comment and a sub-comment. Damn, Minnesota Moose Logger Review. You described hiring a professional videographer with all the high-tech equipment to film at night, just like 22 Plankster. Make me sound crazy like you bitch. Laugh out. And then he said, is pre-dawn another business expense? Laugh out loud. No, it kind of went the other way around. Let's see. Counted for. Counted for tiny nipples in my peripheral make me feel happy. Yep, that's it. Everybody's there. Everybody's there. Lights green, traps clean. Okay. Tomorrow, Sunday, Non-Bloody Sunday. We'll see you over at the other channel.